Watch how high he is here as he starts working off turn 2, Darrell. The car's just sliding, losing grip.
And he's trying to stay after it. You know, he wants to try to get a better lap. He knows that one wasn't good enough to get in. And you've got to say, thank God the safer barrier was right there. But he's going to take another pretty good lick right here at the end. I'll tell you, boys, it's breaking my heart to watch this.
A hard crash for Michael Waltrip. He misses the wall on the outside as the car goes loose.
Same place he hit the wall in practice. Scraped it down there on his other practice qualifying run. He was up high like that. I thought maybe he was trying to something different.
I mean, you don't think he hit that wall hard. There was a coil spring came out of it, bouncing across the racetrack.
There's parts flying everywhere.
Another tough.
Now this thing just jumps out so far that he just can't quite get it saved, and it sends him through the grass.
Chase Miller released from the infield care center, walking fine. How are you feeling?
You know, physically I'm doing fine. You know, I hate it for ourselves, Key Motorsports, and everybody out here. You know, it's just the car got a little tied up off the corner and kind of snapped loose on me a little bit. And I was going to log it down. I realized there's people over here, you know, all this stuff lined up. So I just kind of corrected a little bit, just kind of held the wheel straight to see if maybe I just get a straight shot and maybe make it back on the track. But very seldom, obviously, do you get to go through the grass and get straight back on the track. It's a big hit. It hurt a little bit, but you know, I guess it's just one of those things. We're trying hard, trying to make the shows, and I guess, you know, it's been a few years since I've really been wrecked. I guess it's about time for one.
Well, it's good to see you there. You're all right.
And the safety built into these next generation race cars.
Yeah, the Hans device, that's exactly the type of lick that it's designed to help the driver with.
It's just, and you know, you're on the gas at that point. You're pretty much full throttle when you're at that point. Here's what it sounds like. Feels a lot worse. I'll bet. That's not good. You can see the safer barrier there here at the Kansas Speedway. Like Denny Hamlin said, boy, once these cars take off on you, you just about don't get to.
Watch how high he is here as he starts working off turn 2, Darrell. The car's just sliding, losing grip.
And he's trying to stay after it. You know, he wants to try to get a better lap. He knows that one wasn't good enough to get in. And you've got to say, thank God the safer barrier was right there. But he's going to take another pretty good lick right here at the end. I'll tell you, boys, it's breaking my heart to watch this.
A hard crash for Michael Waltrip. He misses the wall on the outside as the car goes loose.
Same place he hit the wall in practice. Scraped it down there on his other practice qualifying run. He was up high like that. I thought maybe he was trying to something different.
I mean, you don't think he hit that wall hard. There was a coil spring came out of it, bouncing across the racetrack.
There's parts flying everywhere.
Another tough.
Boy, he hit that inside wall a ton.
It was really scary, too, because we know that pit road is full of trucks waiting to qualify.
NASCAR positions the trucks down towards turn 1, keeping them out of harm's way, but man.
Well, and there's also people, as well as you see there, including a NASCAR official, but credentialed spectators can be down in pit lane on the other side of the wall, the safe side of the wall, thankfully, during qualifying. And well, you see them all take a scatter, and even a NASCAR official on this side of the wall.
Probably directing the trucks as they come off the racetrack where to go after their qualifying run, and we saw him take evasive action as well.
Well, that's why
Texas with high hopes until this happened.
Goes down into turn 1. He's just out a little bit too wide. See the right rear tires right up in that gray. He just got it in there a little too high.
It was almost exactly what happened to Robbie Gordon, just at the opposite end of the racetrack.
Exactly.
Boy, that was a hard lick.
See, it's out. He's gone. It's out from under him before he ever even. He's just starting to think about making the turn. The car's already turning around with him before he even gets there.
And you can see the fuel cell was shoved all the way into the rear end housing, and no combination of a steel box and a bladder is going to withstand that kind of hit.
Now, these cars normally will qualify with what we call low fuel. That car probably only has 5 to 7 gallons of fuel in the fuel cell. They do that in order to increase nose weight as well as get the ballast of the car as low as they possibly can. That gets down in there, and then I've seen this time and time again, right there. The cars step out. Some of them have been up the hill, but Jeff's was just loose enough that the back end came around.
Yeah, Dale, it wasn't like it bottomed out or did anything. It just got free and then just came on around, it looked like.
It's when the car rotates. It's when it starts to make that turn to exit off the corner, and they're over-rotating and spinning out.
Well, they'll obviously be getting a backup car and getting it prepared for those 2 practice sessions tomorrow for Jeff.
And this will be by a wide margin, his worst start at Kansas.
You know, when you're going up the hill like that, you stay in the gas. You heard the engine stays in the gas.
High up in the dark area, the treated area, and you see how quick that car comes around, and it's going to be a big hit right here.
Steve, you might be up there to gain as much momentum as possible on your up lap?
I think so. You know, you just want to have the longest out lap possible to get the momentum, but for Haley, I'm a big fan of actually running the groove in 3 and 4 to feel what your car is going to do. We're going to onboard, so he's high already. All right, so we mentioned that treatment. No one has been up there. What a heavy impact for Haley. You know, I don't know if it was a car balance or a grip available on the racetrack. Either way, the damage is done. The 11 car. Look at that.
Yep, that car will not be racing tonight.
A huge hit for a healthy person. That probably knocked his feet around right there. And even though he's padded up and whatnot, I'm sure that one stings a bit.
You can see that those tires just really grab your truck when you bounce into them.
Boy, he had just gotten across the timing line, and
well, that's
off
the
the
placement.
Track he went.
That's the placement of the timing line that has Andy's concern, knowing that this is an